What?
Hey, I want to welcome everybody to, I think, what is this, our third episode of TMC's Whiskey Gaming.
Nice.
And I think we've got a great lineup set up tonight. A lot of things to talk about. You know, we've got special guests here. Marconi's Pork Butt in here, sitting in for us.
Hello.
We were going to have a couple more, but it looks like time zones may have messed us up getting a few people online. And of course,
Damn Earth.
Bill and Mill are not in the same screen anymore because apparently they're not in the same place right now. Not sure what's up with that, but something's going on.
Might be my chance to move in on Bill.
and we are missing Lash's crown molding. I want to point that out.
So sad.
So
We're
sad.
poor.
And we got some questions in there. We're going to go with some random talk. We don't talk exclusively Eve. In fact, most of the time, guys, we don't talk about Eve on this show, right? Because it bores Mill. She doesn't like the game, so we're not allowed to talk about it, and she's in charge.
All Animal Crossing all the time.
Or Sims 3 Pets.
Or Sims 3 Pets? Oh, no. Is that going to have to be a topic one of these days?
Probably stop that too.
Hey, I do have a special announcement today. As you notice, we have a different background than last time, but it's also still a Digital Blasphemy background. DigitalBlasphemy.com has officially decided that they are going to sponsor us. Yay! And they're going to let us use their backgrounds every so often. And if you have never been to DigitalBlasphemy.com, it is an amazing site. Ryan Bliss.
Yeah, that's the group that does like they do like backgrounds for like iPhones or Androids or whatever, don't they?
They have them for tablets, iPhones, everything. If you have like a 3 or 4, I think 3 screen is what he does a lot of. 3 screen setup. He sizes everything for 3 screens or 1 screen or whatever.
I have a phablet, and it's in kind of an obscure size.
Tell you what, when you go there and you're a member, you get a list of things to pick from that is like, I didn't even know they made some of these sizes. You know, it's great.
I'm going there right now for my 2400 by 6.
Well, Lash, you need to send me the email address you want to use there because part of the sponsorship is our panel does get some memberships there. For full disclosure there. We don't know if we'll ever get anything to give away, but I mean, if you go there, he has a lot of free stuff. It's great stuff, man.
Well, we always have Bunker's virginity that we can give away, so
that's right. You see how we have no Bunker picture because for whatever reason, Bunker is having a hard time with his video.
Skype doesn't like me. It decided last minute that it was going to drop me, and then said it needed to update, and then said that I can't log on because I'm already logged on when I was completely logged off. So fun.
What is that sound?
Liz, could you not?
Does that make sense?
Yes, it certainly does. Well, now you got to come on the show and apologize to everybody.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Yes, if you made popcorn, that would be a problem. There's people who are trying to hear our beautiful voices.
I want to smell that popcorn through the mic.
I really
What was that? What was that? Who was the guy who said "Smell-o-vision" on the Food Network?
That would be nice.
Mill just
Alton
moved.
Brown.
I'm gonna fix your picture, Mill.
Yeah, fix it.
Sorry about this, guys, but you know, we had Bunker's picture. Bunker changed his picture from gray to a smaller picture, and that messed up Mill there. So we're gonna do that. Hey, do we? Well, I fixed that. Lash or Pork Butt? Do you want to talk about the new PlanetSide 2 patches or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I can. So I read an article this week about the new construction patch for the Matani, and it's pretty neat. I've been messing around with it. I've been getting a lot of hate mail from it because we found a way to break it, which of course we're going to do and exploit. So one of the things that we've been doing that's been causing a lot of drama on Reddit lately, because that's where you cause all the drama, is we've been exploiting the ability to blow up friendly silos. So there's this whole new construction thing going on where you go around and you basically have a first-person experience of being one of the harvesters from StarCraft, and you go around collecting resources and dumping them in a harvester, which you build, and then a silo, and your resources build up over time, and eventually that's one of the ways that you can get victory points to win the game. And once you get enough victory points, which is a total of 15, you continent lock the game map, and then another map opens up. So we've been going around rolling naughty alts on the enemy teams during alerts and blowing up their silos with friendly fire, and that has been pissing a lot of people off, rightly so. But it's a mechanic that Daybreak probably needs to look at and address, because it probably shouldn't be allowed, especially with as competitive as the PlanetSide 2 community is, and the fact that it's not EVE. And when you start to get into the whole sandbox aspect of video games, you open the door for all kinds of shit to happen, which sometimes the game developers intend and sometimes the game developers do not intend. So one of the results of our fucking around last week was we sent the video that I made that is in the article to Daybreak, and they looked at it. They were very interested and sent it around to everybody, and we're having a lot of internal discussions about it. So that was really cool. That was the first time that I've really done something outside of EVE, which had developer feedback and stuff. So they're looking at it. They're trying to decide if they want to like go this route or not. My hunch is that they probably don't want to, because the competitive nature of PlanetSide 2 is very, very intense. And if you are allowed to just go around behind people's backs and blow up their silos, then that's kind of bullshit. I think at the very least, you shouldn't be able to create alts on the same server that you have other characters on. So you should be one character per server. If you want to create another character, then you should be like, you shouldn't be allowed to create a character on that server. I realize that might fuck up shit like Australia or Europe, but
Australia.
They're all upside down anyway, so they're probably all fucked up.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
if they wanted to.
I was going to say, for us noobs who aren't PS2 players, can you give like a brief breakdown of exactly what it is? Because to me, it just seems like a big like battlefield that will never end. And
Yeah. So like what's really cool about PS2 is it takes everything that you like about like a first person shooter, like let's say Battlefield 3, right? Where you have like vehicles and aircraft and infantry, and you fly around, you shoot shit, you take objectives, everything's great. Well, what's really dynamic about the PlanetSide experience compared to like Battlefield or Call of Duty or any of these other FPS games is you take an objective and then you move up the map. And so instead of the game just ending and you go back to your load screen and then you get with your team and you play another objective, the map is fluid. So it's a massive map. You push one objective after another. Sometimes you get pushed back. You have to think strategically and go after different objectives. And so the whole point of PlanetSide 2 is you're playing this chess match with two other enemy factions, and you get to like jump around, you get to move around, you get to do things strategically in a first-person shooter that you never get to do, because usually it's like, do I peek around this corner or do I not peek around this corner? And so what's different about PlanetSide that I really love is the strategic nature of being able to decide which hex you go after, which is like the tile of the objective that people attack or defend. So like I like being able to like help make those calls, and I think it adds a really dynamic gameplay to the FPS genre that doesn't exist. Now, what this construction patch has done to really put the genre on its side is it's added this whole element of base construction. So like not only do you get to decide what objective you want to push to beat the other team and to collect more victory points, but you can also start going around and harvesting resources to build player-made bases to also harvest victory points. So like that's what a lot of this patch has done, is it's like created this whole sandbox of not only are you like going around being strategic, playing your FPS game, blah blah blah, but like you're creating these bases and you're destroying other people's bases, and you're destroying other people's bases using methods that they probably shouldn't let you use. So that's what I've been doing.
so is it possible to just like stack one faction and just wreck everyone else, or is there anything in place?
No, that's kind of like one of the really cool things that they've really improved over the last couple of years since the game's come out. It used to be very possible to completely outweigh one faction over the other, and that's one of the things that they've probably gotten the most criticism of over the years. But now they have a much better faction sorting thing. So like, there's 4 main continents that are open pretty much at all times, and then what happens is you get sorted into one continent, depending on what the faction population is there. So what happened in this latest patch, in addition to the construction features, is a better faction balancing mechanic. Because what would happen is usually one continent would get a lot of population, but the factions would be out of whack. And because the whatever it was they were using to sort people was heavily weighed in the population and not factions. So now the balancing is a lot better, and you're getting a lot more even fights. Even though there might be smaller fights, the fights are more fun. And all around the PlanetSide 2 community, you're hearing a lot of positive feedback because there's a lot more fighting, there's a lot more gameplay to experience, there's a lot more opportunity, and the balancing mechanics are almost equally just as impactful as this whole construction thing that they've implemented. So the balancing right now in PlanetSide 2 is fantastic.
That's sweet.
Now, all right, so obviously Imperium, we do things on a large meta level, and we always have people to play with. Do you think that the change that they've implemented kind of speaks to the ability for smaller groups or even just an individual to get in there and still have as good of a time as someone that's logging in with, 12 other people at the same time?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Because like one of the whole things with the whole base construction ability is you don't really need that many people to build a base. You only need like 2-3 people at the most. And if you decide to make it your gameplay to solo go around and kill those people who are trying to build these bases, like you could do it with aircraft, vehicles, whatever the fuck you want to use. You could really have an engaging gameplay experience by just becoming the hunter. Like you could be a shark hunting these people that are trying to build bases and have a great time doing it. So it's created more targets for people to hunt. It's created more of a necessity for people to maybe delegate resources to defend these people building bases. And so it's created a lot more of a sandbox experience in this game, which before was pretty limited. I mean, it's definitely a lot bigger than any other first-person shooter out there right now, but it's really created a cool dynamic way to play, and I'm really having fun with it.
So what is the end state of that? What is Daybreak looking to accomplish?
I think really think about it like this. Like there's never really been a first-person shooter that's done what Daybreak has tried to do. I mean, there is a game, do you remember this game that came out maybe like 6 or 7 years called Mag? It was like a 64 on 64 battle thing on PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3. Yeah, PlayStation 3. But it was like one of the first really large scale FPS shooters to come out. And no one else has really tried to do what Daybreak is doing. So really the ball is completely in their court with what they can do with it. I think ultimately what would be cool is if they added more like resources to it where you could have maybe a outfit related home ship, almost like a guild hall or something like that. Like if they made more MMO aspects to it where like you could have more organization to your outfit than just like you're a space clan and you fight and blow up shit together. I mean, the whole building aspect in and of itself allows for lots of iterations down the road, but I think ultimately what you're looking at for PlanetSide 2 is like genuinely the first ever MMO FPS that has all the things you're used to in a normal MMO, whether it's like WoW or Guild Wars or whatever, and you have it instead in a first-person shooter. So what I would really think is awesome is if they add more social elements of like having an outfit hall or something like that, where like your outfit does things, gets achievements, and then you get cool rewards for it.
Yeah, but when am I getting pets? I want pets, and I want.
I know. You want to be able. You want transmog. right?
Yes.
Yeah, so actually that's the cool thing about what Daybreak lets you
Benediction.
do. So like you can actually, if there's anybody listening to this, if you know how to use Maya or any kind of Cinema 4D like 3D sculpting program, you can actually make armor and weapons and really cool shit to put into PlanetSide and use. So like one of the things that we did with this whole Imperators outfit that we have created is we were able to submit our logo, which is like the black eagle, and they put it in game. Now that's like a really small thing, but that was like really awesome because it's like, man, I can't even put my own fucking logo in something like WoW or something like that. Like it's so cool to be able to make shit that you can also wear in game. So like if you know Maya, if you know some design aspects, you can start making stuff to use. So one of the things that I'm working on currently is like a very, very, very side project is I'm trying to get like an Imperator armor set, like basically like a futuristic looking Roman armor. And so I'm trying to like design that and implement that for PlanetSide 2. So maybe one day we'll have like not only like our own Black Eagle, but we'll have like our own armor and other elements in game which are designed by players and can be used by players all across PlanetSide. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, but how soon before we get dick butts dotting the landscape?
You know,
and
actually,
fucking...
as awesome as that sounds, I asked the guy that heads up that program, and he says, no shit, they have an algorithm that looks for dick-shaped art and weeds it out. So,
Jim, we seem to have an
even
abundance
if you-
of dicks in this,
yeah, like
this
they're
faction.
like, oh, you're, you know, like the submission process for the whole player studio is kind of arduous. And so the bot that sorts through all of it to make sure you have legit artwork or not, one of the things that it checks for is if you have dick-shaped artwork. So they don't accidentally
We
let like,
have
a
to, we have
dick.
to stop playing this game. We can't.
Yeah, you know, but to each their own. I mean, it's just one of the like things that somebody spent time on thinking like I need to implement this. So you know, more power to them. And you know, Eve is the same way though. Like CCP has cracked down on so many awesome logos because they weren't like quote unquote lore based or like they didn't fit the style of Eve. And I was like, I mean, what the fuck is the style of Eve?
How
Like,
does a lawn gnome fit the style of Eve? Can somebody tell me? that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I
Like,
love it.
I,
It's one of my
I
favorite
personally
logos.
want pink spaceships. Like I really want pink spaceships, and I feel like that needs to
go out
happen.
and get those pink spaceships, good sir. I support this wholeheartedly.
I mean,
will-
it could be a breath. If they really wanted to, they should talk to the evil people at the Susan G. Komen Foundation and like do like a for the cure thing. And
For the
I didn't-
dick butt.
I didn't mean to like call them evil. Like they're great. It's just like they sue anyone else who also tries to raise money for breast cancer.
Hey,
That's a
man,
whole nother.
bureaucracy. Look,
if you look in chat, we got Eve Clavas. He says, "Today at work, he developed a tool that looks for phallic shapes." It's very scary. Very scary.
Yes.
promote that, man.
I will say one thing about the Imperium Black Eagle, and I know that McLeod and Scythe were working really hard one day for hours, trying to capture a location, and I came in just at the end of it to help them, and so did Spanx. And when you capture a location and you are the faction that did most of the work, I guess, and Marconius, let me know, your logo goes up on the base that you just captured. And then we have a picture of the big black eagle up there on the moniker.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
So it's really important. Like I didn't actually make the logo. The guy that made the logo is a guy named Samahile, who does the propaganda for the Imperium, and he heads up the whole propaganda mini true thing. So like the parody videos that you see, like he runs the department that makes all those. But I did all the legwork with Daybreak to implement it into the game and make sure that all of our I's and T's were dotted, which was apparently a lot harder than I ever thought it would be, because they apparently sift for dicks. Who knew?
So
The struggle is real. Yeah, what's everybody else been playing? Like, I don't know. Like, I've been playing a little bit of PlanetSide. I've been playing a little bit of actually World of Warships because they had an update on that recently, and they came out with the new Texas battleship for premium players. So I bought like my first premium ship and all that. But I mean, what's everybody else been up to?
I have been on a large Nintendo kick because if anyone has Humble Bundle, Nintendo just released one.
What?
I didn't know that.
It was pretty sweet. They released a bunch of stuff for
Steam right now.
they released stuff for Wii U and 3DS. It was, I mean, if you guys, does anyone here have a Wii U or 3DS?
My kids
I
have a
don't.
3DS.
I can't convince my
I'm gonna
wife to
tell
do the
them right
Wii U. We're still
I got
playing
Mil
the
to do the
original
Wii U.
fucking tennis
She's
shit.
awesome.
Yeah, we have the original Wii. What'd you say, me? Mill?
The Wii U is awesome.
Why?
Well, for one, you can play all the Lego games, which is really awesome. And then you can play Splatoon, which is, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at Splatoon.
Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
Nice.
But I think it's really fun. And then you can play all those like activity games too if you want, like the sporting games. And that's fun. Like the golf is really cool on Wii U.
Okay.
Yeah,
Get
Very
that
good social
faux exercise.
system.
I always
So, yeah.
love the bowling on like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Wii
Of course.
stuff.
Wii
so,
bowling. Who doesn't love that?
So you fucking knock somebody out on the couch by
because
accident.
I'm like so
Like
terrible.
TV.
I'm so awful bad at bowling, and we go like about once a month, and like each time we go, I'm like, I'm gonna be better at this, but I don't know if it's a combination of booze or the weight of the bowling ball, or like my fingers don't fit in the bowling ball hole.
The
Or, like,
crap
after-
ball was ridiculous.
Like after a game of bowling, I really feel worn out. It's just I
You're,
don't know what it is.
you're clearly not drinking enough beer when you bowl. We gotta work on that.
First,
Yeah,
you gotta down a pitcher, and then you bowl.
but like I do that, and I feel like I'm awesome when I do like Wii bowlings, and
Do you
then
do
I
karaoke
go,
right after?
I go do it IRL, and it's just terrible.
We used to play that option where it keeps
Doesn't
giving more and
translate
more
very well.
pins, right? More and more pins on Wii bowling.
What?
The 100-pinner.
Yeah, you.
Yes,
you-
good old
What?
100 pin.
Yeah, you get up to 100 pins or something like that, and you roll.
Just
the
like
ball
real
and try to
life.
Take them out. You never played that option,
Yeah.
Lash?
It's more and more pin.
Lash
No,
is
never-
man, fuck.
Well, you have to be good to unlock those options, Lash, and apparently you've got a problem
That's hateful.
there. A little bit. A little bit.
Oh.
It's a little
Bomb
bit.
threat to the Special Olympics.
Hold it.
Hateful.
Let me go. I'm gonna go post that on Reddit. Hold on.
Yeah. Actually, Reddit was just I just saw a meme about Nintendo talking shit that they went all year without releasing a game. I guess they did the humble bundle thing to try to alleviate that or whatever. But I mean, Nintendo's kind of. I mean, I love Nintendo. I mean, that was first system ever. But they're really kind of tapped out on all right, Mario, Zelda.
Well, think about it like this. Like, I think that we're living in an age where if they don't screw it up, like computer and mobile gaming, well, mobile's completely different, but I think mobile gaming in and of itself is overtaking any kind of like anything in the market. Like, mobile gaming is the biggest chunk of the market right now. And so, like, the whole console gaming, which was the behemoth, is under threat. PC gaming is going through a pretty good like revival period. I think that's coming back pretty strong. And the weakest thing is like the whole console system, because when you get a console, it's already out of date, even if it's brand fucking new. And so like it used to be a nice middle ground because to get like a PC that could do what a console. So I don't know, like consoles are in a weird place because you have the convenience of mobile next to the flexibility and upgradableness ability of PCs. So what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I was going to say there's kind of been controversy in that because I think Microsoft and Sony, they're both going to kind of release like Xbox or Xbox 1.5s and PS 4.5s where they're going to do like hardware upgrades. And nobody wants to, buy another fucking
But what
console.
sucks is like you're a gaming company, right? And like you have to make game updates for all these different consoles running your shit. And then like the PC thing. But what sucks is like you're a gaming company, right? And like you have to make game updates for all these different consoles running your shit, and then like the PC thing that's running your thing. And it's like, why not just make one game and make that like the PC game? I don't know. Like, I think like if the console companies want to succeed, they should just make PCs. Like, they should make a PlayStation PC. You can run Windows, Linux, whatever the fuck you want on it, and then or you can run our own operating system. But like, you probably want to run Steam on it. I don't know. Like, they need to just get over their hardware boners and like make it flexible for other shit, because it's better for software companies in the long run if they do that. And that's what makes their product succeed, is if software companies want to design software for it or not. And if the software companies decide, you know what, I'm tired of all these like weird proprietary hardware bullshit that you're building into your like gaming platform, I'm just going to make it for this other thing that's way more flexible. That's what they're going to go with.
Yeah, truth.
Yeah. Hey, here's the time when we're about halfway through. I'm going to make my pitch for followers, donations, or subscribers here to TMC. So, if you haven't followed us, make sure you click that heart button and give us a follow. We love that.
My kid's got to eat.
Hey, look,
Please.
we got Kitty. Kitty's there.
Aww.
See, Kitty's really there. He's just missing Mill. That's why he's up there.
Woot.
He's not tightrope walking behind you today.
I see him eyeing the beer, though.
Yeah, she loves the bottle caps, and she'll always try and lick the top of the bottle whenever she can.
Clever
Big ball
girl.
fan, right?
Yeah, so let's see. I wanted to bring up something now that I think, was it Mill's suggestion she wants us to do one night or something like that, is to play Jeopardy online and then drink until we're so shit-faced we can't go to work the next day. Was that her idea?
I love this idea.
Yeah.
I like all these words.
Basically.
How would we
In a
do that,
nutshell.
Mill?
Oh no, I was trying to think about it, but I wanted to do like a Jeopardy with like gaming questions
Nice.
and like categories.
Fuck yes.
But
She froze. Did everybody freeze? Is that me? It might be me. Everybody froze. That is so weird. Oh, we lost Lash. There he's back. We lost everybody. I wonder if somebody rebooted something in between us. We lost all of that, Mill. You got to say it again.
Yeah, sorry.
I froze. Probably me.
I don't know what I
Fucking
was
guy.
saying.
How are we going to do the Jeopardy?
Yeah, how would we do the
Oh,
Jeopardy?
So I wanted to do Jeopardy and like have gaming questions and then like maybe different games in different categories or something. But I didn't know how we could all like buzz in.
And who's going to be the judge as well? Because the judge can't play technically.
I guess whoever makes the Jeopardy, which I'm assuming would be me.
So I need to brush up on my Animal Crossing knowledge, is what you're saying? Need to bust my
So the
GameCube
categories
out.
are going to be Sims, Lego.
Sims and
Oh
Lego.
god, I'm screwed.
I've done some evil shit to my Sims over the years. I will admit that.
Man, I haven't played Sims since like the original, so I know I'm listening like on a whole world that I could be abusing.
It got a little sinister. It's almost
Really?
a little sociopathic. Some of the things.
My dear friend Zaneria, who is one of my corporation members, plays it.
Hold on,
And
he said, "Dear friend," and we have it recorded.
Dear friend. No, actually, I really enjoy talking to Zaneria. He is a pleasure to talk to and get real with from time to time. And so, say what you will, he puts forth all these different personalities. But yeah, like it was fun talking to him about the sociopathic stuff he does in Sims, because he's thought of quite a few things.
I'm sure walling people in and not feeding them. And
Hey, I voted Januria all 6 times, so you're good.
Yeah, and now he's CSM rep in Eve, so CCP is screwed, but we have it. Yeah. So I guess the thing is like, what is it about the Sims games that are like, what is it that makes them awesome? I guess, aside from being able to wall off people and starve them to death.
I feel like I never really played like actually as a sim, or else I would just be like on speed 3 the whole time and just like do Rosebud and like, you know, all the cheats to get money. I feel like I would just like build houses, and I thought that was always fun.
Yeah, she hates watching me play because I actually play, go at normal speed.
It's like a job, like get money.
What the fuck?
Jobs are lame.
I can't talk to you right now, sweetheart. I gotta go make my money. I need this larger
I'm really
TV.
big on City Skyline. Like when I just like want to mellow out and not ever talk to anybody in a game that I'm playing. I just play City Skylines, and so they just came out with or made it official like into the game where you can cheat and get unlimited money. And I'm trying really, really hard not to like press that button. I really want to power through it, but you know, sometimes I just don't want to worry about that shit. You know, I gotta worry about that enough in real life. Like, I don't want to worry that shit in a video game.
I mean, that's I always thought that was the appeal of The Sims. If I'm, you know, fucking up in real life, I could just go back to the house and work my little dude, and you know, oh man, and you know, so the problem is I would play too much of The Sims. I would get in that mindset like my life is The Sims, and be like, man, my social bar is low. I need to fix this. Damn, like man, I don't have time to empty my hygiene bar or whatever the fuck, you know. So I'll just deal with that later, and I'll eat now, and it'll be okay.
Sorry, guys, I can't go to the bar tonight. I gotta build a new house. Yeah, the wallpaper's atrocious in here.
These hedges ain't gonna line themselves up.
I played Sims like pre-hot tub days when they added hot tubs after I was done.
The heart bed.
What's
and
hot
everything.
tubs?
I think they had hot tubs at one
man,
point, yeah.
yo, it got a little weird.
Steamy in there.
I'm getting yelled at by my court mates to play more Eve. It's funny. Okay.
Have you built a citadel yet?
Hey, I just noticed your T-shirt. Yes, I've done it on Scissors.
Dead bees.
Bees.
Oh, you're doing
I
real
love
life
the
yet?
bead shirt. That's beautiful, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, we built. So my little core built a citadel in a wormhole, and it was fucking terrifying. Because it did. It did. We have it.
Are you down with that real shit?
now.
Lucky.
Am I doing what?
Are you down with that real shit?
What do you mean?
The wormhole space?
I am. Because, you know, apparently I wasn't consulted when we decided to lay down arms, and I lost a perfectly good outpost in that. I'm a little butthurt about it, so I said, fuck it. Fuck nullsec, and I'm going to wormhole space.
Welcome, Lash, to wormhole space.
It's wonderful.
No,
It's
now
wonderful.
you and Bunker are going to start commiserating. It's terrible.
We've been commiserating since we've been sharing pipes out of dirty deeds, so, you know.
Oh, good times. No, sharing pipes. Yeah, you give me guns, I give you pipes. It's a good system.
I mean, you know, it
So,
works.
Yeah, there's some issue though with the new citadels. I know my corp put one up in a wormhole, and it took down the 24-hour timer, and then it hit 0, and then just nothing happened. It just locked up at 0. So I know people have been having that issues. I guess if everyone leaves system, it might reset, and if not, it should be up by downtime. But it's a little frustrating.
That's wild.
Giant thing of new code. You know, there's always going to be some sort of issue somewhere.
Yeah, because
Sure.
CCP has no QA, but don't make me get on my soapbox again.
What do you mean we are the QA?
Hey, yeah, I know. It's not even.
Well, that's
it's
kind
not
of
even
like
sissy. It's.
I think there's a really weird thing happening in gaming right now is like there are actual like paid beta testers out there and people that beta test, but I don't really see beta testing going on as much as I used to. It seems like people are doing like the whole pre-alpha thing,
Early
and,
access.
early access, and it's
Go
like
fuck
basically
yourself. I know what
you
early access
pay
is.
you pay to be a beta tester.
Yeah.
So instead of like actually getting quality beta testers or like things like that, I think a lot of companies are cutting corners because you know gaming is going through a whole renaissance right now, and it's like do everything you can to get your product out there and hope that it works, but like to what extent are you cutting too much corners or not? Like I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. It's a hard balance.
Well, no matter what they do, it couldn't have been as bad as SimCity when that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was probably one of the worst game releases I've
Please don't ever
seen.
look, man. I am dyed in the wool Sims. I have owned every Sim. I'm talking Sim Isle, Sim Ant, Sim Farm, just every Sim, all Sim Cities, every fucking, and I bleed Sim, man. I bleed Maxis, and I have my original Super Nintendo Will Wright. The little dude that was your like advisor on your Super Nintendo SimCity dude, and he'd come up and he had crazy hair and all that shit. SimCity 5 hurt my heart at such a fundamental level, and I was so angry.
Is that just from how it was implemented, or is that just from the general gameplay?
No. The game itself was all right. So two primary problems. One, EA got involved, and I'm not one to
you download Origin. I'm unhappy about that.
But that's fine because EA, prior to whenever it was they sold their soul to Satan, used to be this amazing thing. I get excited about EA games. I'd see Electronic Arts, and I think, Secret of Monkey Island, or all the adventure games that were fantastic in the '90s, and at some point they capitalism. And they started buying up all these great companies, and Maxis finally was one of them. And they just, I don't know what they did. I think it had something to do with the fact that, all right, look, SimCity is this wonderful sandbox. And as you said, it's this, you want to just unwind, and you want to just, not fucking think about anything and just build. And for one, they limited the map size, so no, I don't actually only want 100,000 people. I want fucking 9 million people, and I want them all living in the ghetto, and that's just how I'm feeling today. And why aren't you letting me do that? So fuck you, and fuck this game, and I'm gonna let it go. I'm sorry.
No, Roscoe brings up a really good point in chat there, and that's like, City Skylines really fixed a lot of the stuff that was wrong with SimCities. And I know that a couple of the devs that were with Maxis that did like the original SimCity were a part of that team. And it feels like City Skylines feels like an OG SimCity. If you haven't played it, you absolutely need to. It's a fucking fantastic game.
Yeah, no, I agree entirely. That was the prince that was promised, and I'm grateful for it.
But they've done such a phenomenal job, though. Like, they're making a lot of money. Like, they're doing a great job.
Hey, I got a free Mass Effect 3 out of it too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I was I pre-ordered it, and when it ended up just like crashing for like the first month, Origin offered you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, SimCity. They offered you one of 3 games for free, and I picked up Mass Effect 3.
Nice. I think I got Battlefield something or another out of that. I don't think I ever played it. Not because those games aren't good. I was like, I was so butthurt by.
You wanted to build shit.
I did. Oh, damn.
Build a leaning tower out of C4 and be happy.
There you go.
Nice. You know what? I'll send y'all next week. There will be a video for that. How's that sound?
That'll be good. We love videos. We do have one tonight to play, and one that I'm going to link. Actually, did to move us on a little. Did anybody see the trailer that was released today?
The Dawn of War trailer.
Yeah, Dawn of War trailer.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to link it in chat right now if you haven't seen it. There it
is. There's a new Dawn of War trailer. I'm really excited. Like, I've never really been into the whole Warhammer thing, but I started playing Dawn of War maybe 6 months ago or so, and I love it. And then I found out that it's not completely like Warhammer 40k, but like Total War, which is a game that I love, the game series I fucking adore, is doing their release next month of Total War Warhammer, which is like the fantasy one. So I'm really excited about that.
Nice. Yeah, good buddy of mine, my last tour in Iraq got me into Warhammer 40k, and we would set up a LAN and we would play, against each other. And for those of you that haven't played it, it's pretty standard RTS style stuff. And you could set stuff to auto build by right clicking on it. And each faction has this like ultimate weapon, and my buddy always played the Necropolis, or not Necropolis, but whatever the fucking undead people were, and their thing was this giant like I don't know, pyramid of death, if you will. And I can't. Did anybody play Dawn of War 2? Know what I'm talking about? The name of it?
Yeah. I don't remember the name of it though. Like
Necrons. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. And so we're out on route one night, and it's right on the wall mission in Solder City. So he is in the Huskies and the lead vehicle, the convoy, and he's got his arm out. He's interrogating something we suspect to be a bomb, and it goes off, in just this glorious flash of light of explosion. He was fine, but there's this pregnant pause, and I know my friend. I know he's trying to think of something clever to say, and he comes over the radio and says, "Somebody right-click the Citadel," or whatever the fucking building it was, and it was just. It's like, thanks, Weymouth. That's fantastic, man. We're glad you're alive, and we're glad that you had the presence of mind to say some ridiculously stupid fucking video game reference. Good job.
Nice. I think that's going to be one to watch for sure. And obviously in under 2 weeks now, we've got Doom coming out, the new iteration of Doom.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's going to be interesting.
Well, we actually have that video to show, so is this a good time to show it? Then we'll talk about it a little bit.
Ooh, yes.
All right, we're gonna go right over there to the Doom trailer, and we can comment as it runs, and the folks should hear us okay. Okay, here we go.
Warning. Lockdown disengaged.
I could never play Doom this well, but I love watching somebody who can. This is the multiplayer, I think, one, right? So it's released for single player and multiplayer.
Yep. Yeah, the multiplayer beta actually happened, and I know a lot of people hated it, but...
Really?
I mean, if you're just trying to get in there and kill people, like, it's fun. But people are so critical of this shit these days.
Well, what if... I remember you saying that it wasn't quick enough, or...
Yeah, that's people had a lot of complaints about it not being as fast as the original Doom, and I think it would be ridiculous if it was that fast. But it obviously probably caters more to the casual crowd, but it's still like ultra violent. You got the glory kills that you see right there.
I love this part. If you could actually do this in the game, that'd be fun.
I can't believe we're having this discussion because I just remember like the original Doom being so crazy. I mean, of course it's going to be different, but like, I don't know, like today's Twitch gaming, like FPS nerds are really fucking
Go on.
They're bitchy. They're really bitchy people sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, people say that there are people who say that PlanetSide 2 is too slow and boring because it's like not spawn, run 5 seconds, die. Like, I mean, it can be, but I mean, like, I don't know. Like, kids these days need more Ritalin.
Oh man,
I think it's more a vocal minority.
It did. Kids these days need more Ritalin. Like,
hey, shout out to
scared
Stuff
me
and Stuff
so
27
bad.
for the follow. Sorry about that, Mel.
Nice.
Talk over you.
Okay, I just remember my brother used to play like the original Doom when I was like 4, and I would be like so scared and like couldn't sleep from it.
I was the same way. I watched my dad play Doom growing up.
I'm starting to think
I could never play it myself.
I'm starting to think I own whiskey older than the two of you. It's getting scary.
I really loved the reimagine, like the Doom 3. That came out when I was in college, and I just remember how fucking scared I was because they introduced the whole element of like the flashlight, and like you had that fucking flashlight, and you would shine it in some area, and I would like jump out of my computer chair. I was like, oh my god!
I still haven't beaten it.
Yeah, the original Doom was the first one to really kind of scare me a little, and
that was like the first like horror game that I really ever played, and I can't fucking play them. I can't watch horror movies in general, but like I can't play horror games at all. Like I peed my pants in Doom.
I used to.
They're fun.
That's back in the day when they made the game so you could play them, on your corporate LAN when there weren't all the rules and restrictions. Everybody would, nobody went to lunch. Everybody stayed and had their little Doom tournament or their Unreal tournament or whatever during lunch.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's like that episode of The Office where like they all go to like the other paper company for a little while like Dunder Mifflin shuts down,
Yeah.
and they're all playing Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Come on, you should have known not to use the sniper in Count Town. That's definitely an SMG map.
I'm just trying to do whatever I got to do to kill Germans. We're the Germans. Kill the British.
That's like Wolfenstein, right? Achtung!
Boom.
Yeah. Well, that's like enemy territory, which that was Wolfenstein that they edited.
Yes, like the original.
Yeah, the original Wolfenstein.
I'm an engineer. I'm a medic. Takes me back.
Takes me back.
Man, work used to be so much fun.
Work used to be so much. Hey, I'm at the point where, hey man, I just want to win the lottery tomorrow. I'm good.
No, we at TMC we play a lot of Cards Against Humanity, and somebody made like a Cards Against Humanity server. It's like really homemade, but it's very fun. So there's that, and then I heard there's some Minecraft going on. We like very relaxing games or games that completely shit on each other. But yeah, so other than that, I guess it's Eve. And, you know.
Yo.
It's
Yes,
even,
that's
you know.
Yes, it's Eve.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, Eve. That game.
Told you, Mill doesn't like it when we talk about Eve. She has rules.
I'm trying not to. I'm really trying, Mill. I'm really,
Link
really
there across
trying.
my face.
No. you start looking at your phone, we're like, oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Well, Mill, like, what are you really into playing right now? Like, what is your du jour?
I guess the only thing I play daily right now is Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And a smartphone game.
Oh, I play World Chef on my iPhone.
Yeah.
And we started playing
Nice.
Rocket League again last night, which was fun.
nice.
We-
Play the
Ooh,
basketball one.
Rocket
Yeah, we
League.
finally did the basketball.
Fucking basketball, so much fun.
Oops.
It is.
Nice.
I did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she scored all our buckets.
Very
Nice. What do you like about mobile gaming the best?
Well, I also play Candy Crush. I'm on level like 500 something.
Holy fuck.
I know, but I do pay. I do.
That
pay
many
money.
levels exist?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How many
Like
levels are in
1,000
Candy
now.
Crush?
Yeah, there's probably like 1,000 or something.
Fucking. It's like Tootsie Roll Pop licks, man. There's. You're just gonna keep on licking, dude.
Hey, you know,
But really,
I don't want to say anything,
I think-
but did your partner fall asleep last weekend? Somebody sleep in? For the-
Yes. Good old Milk and Cookies cost us our tournament, our Rocket League tournament. I think he was probably up, raiding bases and blowing up Furt in H1, and yeah, it made us sad.
Made us
That's very
sad. I gotta see if I can find this. It's like, I was texting him. I'm like, "Are you guys streaming?" You know, because I wanted to watch your guys' thing, and he goes, "Streaming what?" And I said, "Don't you have a tournament game at 10 o'clock?" And he's like, "Oh," and he texted me back like 40 minutes later. I slept in. It's very bad.
Yeah.
We're supposed to
Oh,
have
there
him
he
on
is.
so we could ridicule him here.
He's in
there he
chat
is.
right
Look,
now.
He's in chat. No!
Yeah. Yeah. That guy. That's cool. I didn't want $75,000 anyways.
Just send him an invoice for that, Lash.
I will. Oh man.
What is?
But yeah, no, the basketball. I got to give it to Psyonix. They are continuing to release exciting and interesting content in that game, and it keeps it fresh. I don't know
It's
where
really
they're gonna
cool,
go.
like how they just took a concept and ran with it, and that's just the kind of bubble that we're in right now with the whole gaming industry in general. Is it's like if you have a cool concept, the simpler the better. That works. That's fun. Who knows what can happen? And
Yeah.
I think that's like a really, really awesome thing because it was just a really small team that did it, and now they're like one of the highest grossing gaming companies in the fucking world in 2015, 2016, whatever. Yeah. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, we had a couple followers today, so thank you very much. to all those folks, and certainly thank you to our new sponsor, Digital Blasphemy. If you've not been to that site yet, definitely check it out, because I remember back very early on in my working career coming across his original stuff and saying, this stuff is just amazing. When I look what he does now, it's even more amazing, what he gets out there and does. So so check out his site, or it's real reasonable to become a yearly subscriber. I think it's like $20. And he has his About section. Definitely read the About section. He's got some great stuff.
Nice.
So, hey, I think we have Dodcom coming up next with Friday Night Fights, although I haven't heard from him yet. But, thank you for watching us here at Whiskey Gaming here on TMC. Thank you to all our guests. And Mill, especially since you're out and about and making the time to join us still in Port Butt. Thanks for coming online. And we'll figure out what's up with Bunker, and we'll get him actually
need to see that
next time.
Cherubic face of his.
Cherubic face. He hurried home just to get on the show today, too. So thanks a lot, Bunker. Really appreciate it.
Nice.
And thank you, everybody.
Yeah, maybe next time I can get my Skype running.
Alrighty. So with that, we're going to sign off, and we're going to let you all listen to Friday Night Fights, and have a good evening.
Love you. Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.
And we should be clear.
I think Twix has been here for the last like